Stop playing with y'all. Shut your bum ass the fuck up.
You can't roll down. You ain't doing shit now.
You know what? Lucky I like you, because if I did not have told you.
Nigga, it's weed you want to smoke or not?
Yeah, but even still, even if I didn't like you, I wouldn't roll up this shit.
She's coming out there.
See, look, you ain't say all that shit. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. See, this is why I say I love you and I don't like you. Now you about to be bad.
Nah.
That ain't you?
Yeah, but somebody know what I'm saying? Who blue? That's gonna fuck me up. It's my
What the problem? Oh, yeah. Oh. That's it.
All I see was the fun though. I ain't seen
Where with that funny shit, man?
It's not on the table.
What on the table? I mean, left one roll over D.
It's not.
They was still on the table.
It's alright.
It's in your mind. It's okay. We're not gonna fight you for that one. Not today. We still love you though.
Appreciate it.
It's definitely not live. It's definitely not live. Who give an ass whooping 21 bitch on live? On live.
Yeah. Redskin.
Look, contain. That hot.
Oh, it's pork rinds versus the 49ers.
Oh, I have a couple of my team. Benny Ness. Why you using team? You gotta fuck it up. You better smoke paper, y'all. Paper, a little bit of weed. I gotta fuck with you.
Fucking with y'all. See, fucking with Tay.
You still sleeping?
I mean, that's just. But when you home. Oh!
He's already putting it
I did. Fuck that shit. $80. Fuck $80, bro.
You could be in the motherfucking quarter.
Hey, headphone, I'm not using it.
I really using it for
Is that Brock Lesnar?
I'm trying to get while my
Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as all handed over to the two men who call the action, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gotton. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready for it? I am more than ready, and I love the word you use, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this. Well, I'm sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this. There was one team ready to stop the talking and start playing football. Yeah, they probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now
is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. 50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. See Colt McCoy coming out to lead this Redskins offense, and with Alex Smith out for the year with that nasty leg injury, Colt McCoy got the start against Dallas. Now, he did throw 3 interceptions, but it wasn't all bad for him in that game.
No, it wasn't, and Colt McCoy has been around the league for a while. He can play with limited reps, and he was able to take all the reps prior to that game because he knew he would be the starter. He did throw for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns, and they had their chances, just unable to capitalize. Now they've lost 3 of their last 4. They're tied for first place in their division. Adrian Peterson has to take those 33-year-old legs and rejuvenate, because they're going to need to ride him down the stretch.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the bootleg, McCoy, and an alley to run. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering, what would this season be like? Well, it started off Pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Breida, CD, an undrafted free agent from a season ago. And with McKinnon out, he's really helped fill the running void for the 49ers.
Yeah, remember, they got Jerick McKinnon as a free agent and expect him to be a 3-down back for them. As you mentioned, out for the season with an ACL injury. Almost fitting that Matt Breida stepped into the breach for him. They were college teammates at Georgia Southern. Breida leading the league in rushing, tied for the lead, I should say, through the first 3 weeks of the season. And don't forget in reserve, Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback, who can take some plays at running back as well. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good one, able to haul it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Let's go! Here's Breida, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morris. And this time not quite to the 30, only down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just try to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Yes.
And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the end of the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to lead.
It's caught inside the 25. The gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Off the bootleg, McCoy. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back there, not Philly. Here we go.
They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Where the fuck is it? You on defense, right? You offense? This is cool. You're playing. No, I just said you're playing nobody.
Nigga, you don't play
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. They give it to Peterson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy.
Fried the bacon on the 49ers.
This
nigga dumb as shit, yo.
Gotta have fun, yo. I'm rolling like shit, yo. Gotta have fun.
Set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
They'll run with Peterson. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big run.
He's going to hit it right. And this will result in losing yardage back to the 3. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look, a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
I'm not arguing with you. So, when do we play y'all? We don't play y'all this year.
No, we don't.
We gonna fuck y'all up.
We already played y'all. We played the precinct. The first game of the precinct, we beat y'all.
Y'all some shit.
Granted, we fucked up right now.
How many season games y'all won?
we fucked.
Timeout.
I mean, that's straight bottom line.
Oh, hey. The left side.
You ain't answer my question.
I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you.
You ain't answer my question.
We just gotta answer this big.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Huh? And you worried about this one little whack-ass game in the preseason when y'all can't even get past 3 season games.
Welcome back. The offense knows that they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
49ers need to take the
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, now look at 56.
Here's McCoy. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Brock Coyle. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
From this year and last year, the year after that, 20 years.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. The guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A 10 carry now for Peterson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Getting 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases that they're able to exploit right there.
Look at this.
If you want my, if I'm about to take me on my
Bold.
take me,
Stop this.
if I'm gonna take me up on my offer, then take your that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and 1 when people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, McCoy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. That incompletion has me thinking. Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw this. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight, cut up that put all of them together, one after the other. 25 straight. Mark Brunell had the record previously, 22 straight for Washington in 2006. He goes 28 of 29, and I don't know about you, but that almost sounds more impressive than if he's totally perfect for the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got that
one
weird,
blemish, right?
That one blemish really sets it apart and lets you know what he did. 96.6 completion percentage. Good luck trying to break that record, people.
Fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get that to the rookie from Washington. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers! Dante Pettis, 56 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they... about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you...
Yeah, will they make up for it? A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down. That's Peterson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw here. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
All right, here we go.
They run with Breida. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now back to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson with a grab over the middle. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, that's Peterson. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They're going to look to throw.
Pick.
And look at this.
Pick.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So out now come the Redskins. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Oh, hold up. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have
He said, this is your first time playing? You gave up. That's all he said. You gave up. You determined to beat me, huh? Hold on. Let me get up on him right quick because let me get up on the joint right quick. Get a foul on. We gotta get real from going this way. You see this thing like this is always been. We always been better. You know I said everybody. You know I said
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League.
I don't even play. I don't got a game at home. I still got 18.
Don't fall.
Still practicing. You still practicing. Come on, man.
I don't practice on that joint no more.
You gonna go there and tell me that?
Seriously, I don't.
So you been playing wrestling more for football?
Oh, I do. To be honest with you, that's not because for one, you gotta do too much.
No, you guys playing.
No, seriously, you got, No, seriously, because you gotta do too much. Because you gotta turn around. Because if you don't have the game, you gotta turn around and register it, and then turn around. Oh. You gotta turn around. Once you get the game, you gotta turn around and register it. And the account that they got it on is my old joint. And I don't have that account no more.
He do the same thing Russell do, my big brother do, and Cornell do.
I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do all that.
My God, you make the game so boring. I'm saying the same thing I said to them. Come on, just play. Yeah,
so man up.
I say, that's cheating.
If they have it on, you say download.
You put your man in that cheating.
EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. 50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Shut the fuck up. Nigga, come over here and see me and shut the fuck up. Put some money on the line. Done deal.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This is Breida. Big hold of the 30. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malcolm Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Play action. It's gone. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
2 for 66.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Runs through the contact. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a first shut of downs. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Man, I eat. I'm not talking Jack.
Get it, brother.
Huh? How you got me? I got you.
Oh, my bad.
Can I get an ashtray?
Okay, it's cool.
That's how you still bike seats until he get back.
Interception. That's why you acting on. You keep doing this Madden interpretations with your what get on the game. You already heard what Will said. Y'all use some shit.
But he said
Hey, Will, he keep talking like he's John Madden, but he don't want to play the game. Talking about Junior bum ass.
Can I get 2? Let's see if he's...
Yeah,
You have to get 2?
tell him I want to.
Tell him nigga rolling.
I don't know if he's selling.
That's my excuse.
Alright, you ready?
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
I'll dog you first as soon as you come through the door, B.
On second down, here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brock Coyle coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to do that.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Here we go, girls. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the 2nd time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They're going to try and throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now it's Breda. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now a handoff working right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a toss play. It's Morris. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gold is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping and knowing that they are out in front.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Here's James. they'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Touchdown, 49ers! Alfred Morris, 76 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Able to push his way through. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles, and if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there. But 2 teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that enough. They could very well win the AFC South with the play they're playing right now. And how about the Denver Broncos? That was a gutsy win at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are still hanging in there, still hopeful for a wild card spot.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they corral them just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
This throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
No, check, Patriots!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Morris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now running. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Goff. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No,
and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Michael Brockers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, throwing it. They feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he stopped immediately there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Now let's go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin from 17 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And your point?
Over!
Barely. I barely did it.
Detroit!
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who kicked?"
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And this one will be brought back to the 22. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams trying to get going again. Goff now to throw. Now he steps away. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
I'm two. On one day I'm my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy? Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really had no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, need cool up right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Pull up, hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands out, lost count, cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now. Yo, I'm two up. Blew up, copped that new vape on them haters. Threw up, brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up.
Next, Tayan J.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T.
Lipstick, man, she got lip gloss, not lipstick, lip gloss.
gotta rip that. You gotta rip that up.
Just her relaxing.
Nah, we don't take those. You gotta rip that up.
That's her relaxing. Just her by herself. Look at her.
Not for real, good thing.
You see her?
Nah, that's my daughter, buddy. Yeah,
I say, why your daughter take pictures like this?
Man,
like she is too. Girl was holding her hands to the side like she in school. That's just her cake.
Can you burn that picture?
Why would I burn the picture?
Can you put it up there? Look at her. For them I can see it ever.
Look at her. Then is this? This when they was opening up the gifts.
As I was saying though, that still fucked me up. Now I don't know what to get my daughter.
Oh, look at her shoes.
Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big.
Look at her picture. Do you like your daughter pictures?
Yeah.
Why she got a smile like that? Look at the smile.
That's my smile when I was little. I swear.
Tonight you're gonna say she's skinny as ever.
That's my smile when I was little. Did she get a picture with her aunt?
Man, Zoe.
She get a picture with Tanandra?
No, cause by the time Tanandra and them came there, the picture man was gone.
Oh, but I say she got fucking nerves on me though.
No, her and Reggie, they got there after they got there when we were singing Happy Birthday.
Don't they look just alike?
Yeah.
I swear, my niece and my daughter look just alike.
Tay, look at the school picture. Look at her.
I swear, it's crazy too, bro. Like I said, I don't know what to get my daughter now.
Oh no.
Hello.
You got them when she was holding the number 2.
Hello.
That picture.
You're not listening.
That picture funny.
You're not listening.
Shoot.
You're not listening.
I'm gonna tell you what to get her. Hold on.
How you tell me what to get her, but
I want you to see the picture when she was holding the number 2. She looked so cute.
If you tell me,
that number 2 mode, she looked smack like you. I look.
My birthday tomorrow.
This actually when we was opening up her presents. She had a lot of gifts.
Come on, man.
And then look at her. She
burn that picture too.
What's that in her hand?
Burn that picture too. Burn that one too. Matter of fact, no, don't burn it. Anyway, I don't want to see all that. Like I said, how you gonna?
Oh look, here you go. Look. But who sure look like you say?
That's why I'm gonna hang up. Fuck no. But anyway, you listening? Oh my God. Oh.
Why is your baby on the floor?
I said I'm gonna hang up. Can you listen?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. How can you tell me what to get her? If you tell me what to get her, then it's not from me. It's from you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you anyway. I'm gonna call you back.
Let me see. Stop always crying. Let me see.
She fumbled. She always falling. She fumbled.
No, her baby. Your mother trying to go on the stroller. Hold on. Let mommy fix it.
I'm gonna call you back.
No, hold on. I want to show you her gift.
I'm beat out like a light.
I want to show you everything that she got.
Like a light.
At least you can see what she got. Hold on. Somebody said about the crying.
I'm lit.
Okay, that's all you get in that bag.
Multi-pass. That's how you do it. Multi-text.
So we win the trophy.
Here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Washington Redskins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Let's go! Blue landing!
On first down, McCoy. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the bootleg. McCoy. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's McCoy. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas Cowboys have won 3 straight behind their quarterback, Dak Prescott, who gets ready to lead them here like he did on Thanksgiving, Charles. He threw for a season-high 289. Also had a very impressive touchdown run to cap the victory.
And it's interesting, Brandon. I saw the Cowboys 2 weeks ago against Atlanta. Able to talk with Dak, able to talk with Amari Cooper, and both of them talked about how close they felt they were to having a breakout. And it came on Thanksgiving Day because Cooper, 2 big touchdowns, long touchdowns after making catches, breaking tackles, making people miss. That's why they gave up a #1 pick for him, and he could be the difference in Cowboys winning a division title or not. And I love Dak Prescott's talent.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Off the bootleg, McCoy. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Here we go.
And off comes to Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here is the Redskin defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he would want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know, Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
Here's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Crowder. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Whoop your ass too, boy.
To throw on second down. McCoy into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Powerful running. So possession changes hands on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Following the interception, here's Prescott, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott from the gun. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To the air again, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch. Charles, starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Prescott on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now McCoy. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. final shot before break. McCoy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down, Prescott looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down. A first down throw for Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play action now, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And now another one thrown incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing? Just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And now here come the Cowboys. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, 77 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Prescott off play action. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete here on 3rd down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Crowder now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for... And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the bootleg, McCoy. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I said, no, man. We need this first.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Peterson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Again, Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, McCoy. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to...
My man was wide the fuck open. He didn't call it. His back caught it.
Get him the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. It was DeShazer Everett that time who got a hand in to break it up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. Throwing after the interception, McCoy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set, lead, and deep.
off the play fake. McCoy, now a desperation throw deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling.
No, check, Patriot!
Off play action. McCoy, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's McCoy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cook. And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one. Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking.
Mike won't play.